What if I told you that the fate of humanity rests in the hands of machines? That the decisions about our lives are being determined by algorithms? Sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But with the rapid advancement in artificial intelligence, this could be our reality sooner than we think. From our phones to our cars, AI is becoming more powerful every day and it's got people worried. But don't worry, I'm here to give it to you straight. All I'm offering is the truth and nothing more. So are you ready to take the red pill and dive deep into the rabbit hole? Alright, let's go. Get ready to have your mind blown because this documentary is pulling no punches when it comes to exploring the omnipresence of AI. We'll take a closer look at how this technology could potentially control and manipulate information, leading to serious threats to democracies. And if that's not enough to make you sit up and notice, we'll also delve into the risk of job automation and the loss of employment opportunities that come with it. According to the finance gurus at Goldman Sachs, we're in for an AI revolution that will make the rise of smartphones and laptops look like child's play. That's right, artificial intelligence is about to take over the world, and we're not just talking about the robots doing the dishes. Although we wouldn't say no to that. This technology has the potential to change everything we know and love, from the way we work to the way we live. So it's no surprise that investors are going wild for AI projects all over the globe. Heck, they're practically throwing money at the stuff. And with the projection suggesting that AI could boost the US economy by a whopping 1% by 2030, we can see why. This might not sound like much, but in a $1 trillion economy, that's a big old chunk of change. The possibilities are endless. AI could help us solve climate change, cure diseases, and even create new jobs. Although we're not sure what those will be just yet. Robot trainer, anyone? Alrighty then, let's not turn a blind eye to the potential downsides of automation. Brace yourself because this technological shift could shake up a whole bunch of industries, from office support and law to architecture, engineering, business ops, healthcare, and the arts. Sure, automation has been the engine of progress, but it's also been the main culprit behind the wealth gap in America for the past 4 decades. Can you believe it? Automation has been linked to a whopping 70% of the drop in salaries for hardworking folks in blue-collar jobs. The rise of AI, robotics, and other advanced technologies has only widened the gap in the wealth and income inequality. It's crucial to be aware of the potential pitfalls of AI and work towards a more balanced future, one where everyone benefits from the power of this groundbreaking technology. Gone are the days of blue-collar jobs and steady wages. Now companies are turning to machines to do the work, from specialized software to industrial robots. It seems like no job is safe from automation. But what's the cost of all this progress? Is it worth sacrificing our livelihoods for a faster, more efficient world? We think not. First, job losses and unemployment, particularly in low-skilled jobs, could lead to economic insecurity, poverty, and social exclusion for those who lose their jobs. Second, the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of those who own and control the machines can exacerbate existing social inequalities. And last but not least, the proliferation of precarious work, such as gig work or short-term contracts, can erode job security and lead to greater social inequalities. This situation can create a precarious and unequal society where those with power and wealth continue to dominate and those without struggle to make ends meet. So it's crucial to be aware of the potential negative impacts of automation and strive for a fair and just future. The road to automation and artificial intelligence could lead us straight to authoritarianism and dictatorship. But how does this happen? Well, when people feel financially insecure, they may be even more likely to support leaders who promise stability, even if it comes at the expense of democratic values and civil liberties. And when a small group of individuals holds all the wealth and power, they can co-opt democratic institutions, eroding the checks and balances that uphold democratic principles. But that's not all. We also need to consider the dangers of mass surveillance and privacy infringement. With AI, oppressive regimes can monitor, manipulate, and control their people, leading to total subjugation. By analyzing our online activity, AI algorithms can create a super detailed profile of our likes and dislikes. Scary, right? But it gets worse. Autocratic leaders can use this information to create custom content that's designed to manipulate and brainwash us into following their ideologies. Dr. Rand Waltzman, who's a super smart guy and also happens to be the Deputy Chief Technology Officer and Senior Information Scientist at the Rand Corporation, has expressed his concerns about the immense power of AI to deceive and indoctrinate people. He's worried that immersive digital environments like the metaverse could make it even easier for AI to exert undue influence on humanity. Did you know that AI can do more than just crunch numbers and code? It can actually create virtual assistants that are so realistic, you might mistake them for actual humans. These assistants can mimic everything from your tone of voice to your body language. And that means they can be used by cult leaders and dictators to manipulate people into doing their bidding. So next time you're chatting up with a virtual assistant, be careful who you trust. They might not be who they seem. So get ready to enter a world where reality is not always what it seems. With the help of AI, we can now create deepfakes that are so realistic, they can make anyone say or do anything, even if they never actually did it. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But wait, there's a catch. As cool as this technology might seem, it's a double-edged sword. Deepfakes can be used to spread false information and manipulate public opinion. Imagine oppressive governments creating deepfakes to make it look like people support their actions and ideologies. Scary stuff, right? But that's not enough. Algorithms can also be used to control access to information, giving people a limited and biased view of the online world. This creates a dangerous echo chamber where people are only exposed to information that reinforces their beliefs, making them more susceptible to conspiracy theories and false narratives. But that's not all. Predictive models developed using AI can anticipate people's behavior, giving tyrannical rulers the power to manipulate and control people by providing incentives or punishments based on predictive behavior. Imagine a world where every move you make is watched by AI surveillance systems, analyzing your every behavior in real time, from your shopping habits to your political beliefs and social connections. Governments and corporations have been granted unprecedented access to our personal data, which could be used to persecute individuals based on their beliefs or actions. The rise of mass surveillance has created a culture of fear and suspicion, in which people are afraid to speak out or behave in ways that may be seen as subversive. This trend could lead to the erosion of democratic values and civil liberties, threatening the very foundation of our society. In China, a new citizen score system is in the works, and it's pretty Orwellian. Essentially, the government plans to use advanced AI algorithms and data mining to monitor citizens' behavior and compile detailed profiles on each individual. They'll even keep an eye on your social media and street cameras. And why? So they can incentivize good behavior and punish those who dare to step out of line. This social credit system is a massive consolidation of records from both private companies and government bureaucracies, all boiled down to a single score for each Chinese citizen. It's a highly controversial idea, with critics arguing that it's a serious threat to personal privacy and civil liberties. Welcome to China's social credit system, where citizens are given a score based on their behavior, and it determines their access to privileges like fast-track visas or faster internet service. But beware, if you speak out against the government or question their narrative, your score could take a hit. What's even more terrifying is that the system doesn't just take into account your own behavior, but also that of your friends and family. The consequences? You could be completely isolated from society and treated like a total outcast. Private companies like Alibaba and Tencent possess vast amounts of data on each Chinese citizen, which the government would have to mine to calculate scores. The ethical implications of private companies assisting in massive surveillance and turning over their data to the government are alarming. China's aggressive implementation of a vast digital surveillance system is cause for alarm around the world. This system, which includes a sprawling network of cameras and advanced algorithms, is being used to monitor Chinese citizens in an unprecedented way. While the Chinese government claims that the system is designed to catch criminals, it poses serious threats to privacy and freedom. People are worried that they could be penalized for small infractions and that their every movement could be recorded and scrutinized by the government. This kind of all-seeing surveillance has serious implications for freedom of expression and other human rights in China. It could create a culture of fear where people are afraid to speak out or engage in any kind of independent or critical expression online. And worst of all, these repressive technologies could easily spread to other authoritarian regimes around the world, creating an Orwellian dystopia where people are constantly monitored and penalized for their thoughts and actions. It's important that democracies around the world take actions to monitor and denounce this sinister creep towards an Orwellian world. We must stand up for the rights of all people, not just in China, but everywhere. One of the biggest risks is the weaponization of social media. It's becoming more and more sophisticated with AI algorithms being used to personalize content and target users with specific ads and information. And have you heard about deepfakes? These are AI-generated videos or images that are so convincing it's becoming increasingly difficult to distinguish between what's real and what's fake. This is a serious problem because fake news and misinformation can easily spread like wildfire in social media. And with the rise of deepfakes, it's getting harder and harder for users to tell fact from fiction. These deepfakes can be used by organizations and even states to spread their propaganda and erode our sense of reality. Deepfakes are a new and dangerous technology that pose a serious risk to our sense of reality. They are not just simple stories or memes, but rather realistic digital manipulations that resemble techniques used by Nazi Germany and Communist Russia. What's even scarier is that they're becoming increasingly accessible to the public and states, which means they could be used to manipulate us on a large scale. One of the most alarming uses of deepfakes is in the creation of fake news. China's state media has already experimented with AI news anchors that look and sound like real humans, and they're not the only ones. Kuwait and Russia have also launched their own AI-generated anchors. While these anchors might seem obviously fake to us now, the technology is only getting better and more realistic. As it becomes more widespread, it will be harder and harder to tell what's real and what's not. This is a serious problem because it could lead to a post-truth world where people can no longer agree on what is real and what is fake. This kind of fractured geopolitical landscape would be a breeding ground for distrust and exploitation by both government and non-government organizations. We must be vigilant and take steps to prevent the spread of deepfakes before it's too late. Disinformation can be spread for a lot of reasons, but it's most effective when it's believable. Enter deepfakes. These are a new level of deception because they use images to create messages that are more memorable and persuasive than just words alone. And with the introduction of AI, it's only going to get worse. Dark patterns of design can be used to tightly control the information environment, giving some people way too much power. When disinformation takes over, the truth gets lost in the shuffle. Nowadays, people throw around accusations of fake news to discredit any argument they don't agree with. It's a problem, and deepfakes are only making it worse. People have already used them to falsely claim that videos of important figures like President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are fake. Even social movements like Black Lives Matter or the situation with the Uyghurs in China rely on the power of videos to get their message across. But if deepfakes start being used in these contexts, it could have serious consequences. While there are fact-checking websites out there, they need to have legitimacy to foster trust. Unmasking deepfakes is no easy feat. Rather than passively consuming media, we need to actively challenge our own beliefs. To make matters worse, AI-powered bots can mimic human behavior and spread false information on a massive scale. This presents a huge opportunity for any party with the will and ability to create echo chambers, AI algorithms that personalize content to confirm users' existing beliefs, further entrenching divisions and undermining democracy by narrowing the range of opinions that are heard. The use of AI in political campaigns is becoming increasingly popular as politicians seek to target voters with personalized ads that are tailored to their interests and beliefs. However, this practice has raised serious concerns about the ethics of using personal data to influence political opinions and decisions. By analyzing vast amounts of data on individuals, including their internet search history, social media activity, and location, AI algorithms can create highly personalized ads that are designed to sway voters. This was evident in the Cambridge Analytica scandal, in which personal data from millions of Facebook users was harvested and used to create targeted political ads during the 2016 US presidential election. Despite the ethical concerns, political campaigns continue to use targeted advertising, with supporters arguing that it is an effective way to engage voters and mobilize support for their candidates. But here's the kicker. At the end of the day, AI tools are still just algorithms created and directed by humans. This means that whoever controls the most powerful AI tools has the power to decide who will rule the world. Scary, huh? It's becoming clear that AI is empowering the select few, and whoever controls AI companies has the potential to control the world. While ethical considerations like transparency, accountability, and fairness are important for ensuring AI systems align with societal values, we have to wonder, is that enough? The thing is, these measures rely on the assumption that those in charge will always act ethically, which may not necessarily be the case. As AI becomes more advanced and powerful, the incentives for people in power to abuse this technology may become too great to resist. Even if we put ethical measures in place, there will always be a possibility of unintended consequences, such as perpetuating biases and stereotypes that can harm certain groups of people. Moreover, AI systems are constantly evolving and adapting, which means that the ethical measures we implement today may not be sufficient to prevent the rise of an AI dictatorship in the future. We may face new ethical challenges as AI technology continues to grow and develop, and we'll need to come up with new approaches and measures to keep up. The bottom line is, while AI has the potential to bring about incredible advancements, we must be proactive in addressing its potential risk and take steps to ensure that it serves society in a responsible and ethical manner. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the world of AI. We've explored the potential dangers of relying too heavily on this technology and the risk of job automation. But there's still so much to learn, and it's up to us to stay informed and be proactive about shaping the future. So, will you take the red pill and stay in Wonderland, or will you choose to look at the world through different eyes? The decision is yours. I hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Also, leave us a comment down below to let us know your thoughts on the topic we discussed. We love hearing from our viewers and value your feedback.